What's going on, guys? Coach Joe here, back with another episode with Heartletics. And today we're going to be going over some goal setting. Now, this one is mainly going to be for our members, hence why this is from our, private coaching community calls that we're doing right now. But I figured, hey, I want to record this one, put it up on YouTube just because it's going to be super valuable for anybody that is looking to achieve their goals. We actually went over on Wednesday in one of our coaching calls, kind of just goals going around the room with everybody. And Brian was able to kind of share with me a little bit about his goals. So I want to kind of put that into a prime example for everybody to kind of see when it comes to putting your mindset in the right direction to help achieve your goals. And let's dive right in. So first off, if you guys are listening to this on, let's just say iTunes or Spotify, definitely go over to my YouTube channel and watch this because we're going to go over this little presentation here that I quickly made. Do this little screen share. Beautiful. Awesome. So guys, goal setting with Coach Joe. That's me. And hey, if you guys are watching this for the very first time or tuning in, we do have a free fat loss guide over at Heartletics, and it's awesome. It's going to go over the 7 essential fat loss habits for success and exactly how we coach our members to burn body fat. Now, let's go over goals. Before we get started into kind of like the different kind of diagrams that I have, we need obviously making sure that we have these steps for success. That's what I like to call it. One, you got to be clear, right? You got to have clarity on your goals. And I know a lot of people out there that are wishy-washy. They want a goal for a certain amount of time, and then when they either fall off the wagon or kind of get derailed or gets distracted, they switch up their goals. Well, we can't be doing that, right? It's 2023 here. Like, it's time to just lay down the law and just be goal achievers, but we got to be determined. We have to also know that at the end of the day, it's not just going to be, all sunshine and roses. Life's going to throw us curveballs. Anytime there's a goal out there that we want to achieve, especially if it's a big goal, odds are we're going to be versing some kind of form of adversity. Now, the second step when it comes to achieving your goals, you need to have habits. All the members know here at Heartletics is that we go over habits. We don't go over, hey, here's your diet. Hey, you have to eat this. Hey, here's your workouts. You have to do this. No, we go over habits, giving somebody the education, giving somebody the knowledge, but also making sure that it best suits their lifestyle and it's sustainable. 3 is it has to be, you got to put in the reps, right? Repetition is the key to all learning. And sometimes when it comes to achieving your goals, the repetition might be just visualization. It might be writing down your goals. It might be just affirming your goals, something like that, getting into your subconscious mind here. And then number 4 is belief and trust. You got to trust the process, especially when times get hard, right? Let's say if you want to burn some body fat, you want to lose some weight. Well, hey, nobody loses weight every single week, especially if they're doing the right things to, help improve on their metabolism, maybe also put on some lean muscle tissue. Nobody's just going to see the number on the scale go down every single week. So they have to learn how to have belief and trust the process and know with reassurance they're going to achieve their goals. And the last step is you need to have people in your corner to support you, hold you accountable, and you got to have that sense of community. I don't know many people out there that are successful trying to achieve their goals, but, maybe they have success. You guys don't understand, like there's a big support system behind the scenes. Think about it like this. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time. Well, yeah, obviously he's the GOAT, but still there was other people on the court playing the game with him. There was coaches, there was trainers, there's all these different guys helping him to become the best. And sometimes you guys just need to understand having people in your corner that support you, hold you accountable, and that sense of community is really beneficial when it comes to having success at achieving your goals. One thing before we get started, I want you guys to understand this, the RAS. This is your reticular activating system inside your brain. And basically what it is when you focus on something, right, and really start to put it as a priority, your mind is going to start looking for different aspects of that or just looking for more of that. Don't believe me? It's very simple. Just close your eyes, right? Think about like a pink elephant, and all of a sudden it's just like you can visualize that, right? Well, cool. Have you ever bought a car where, let's just say you never really saw that car before until you bought it and you start seeing it all over the road? I know that happened with me plenty of times, and that's just going into your RAS. This is something where if we just start visualizing more about our goals, affirming our goals, and getting into our mindset, our mindset, right? Our eyesight could be just the simplest path to just having more success. Now, let's go into goals. So this is going to be a really good exercise that I encourage everybody to do. And it's just to write up this little diagram. I'm not Picasso. I'm not the best when it comes to especially graphic arts, but I tried my best for you guys watching this. And that is to put your main goal right in the beginning, right in the middle, and make it just one goal. Remember, at the very top, we talked about having clarity. Now, obviously, we're going to be going into some different aspects of the goal, but in terms of weight loss, we'll go over this, but I encourage you guys, if it's financial goals, write it down. If it's business goals, write it down. If it's career goals, write it down. If it's a relationship goal, write it down. Write down your main goal. Now, what you guys are going to find out here is that as we're going through this, example of trying to lose 20% body fat or get sub 20% body fat, I should say, there's going to be some other benefits, other goals that's going to come along the journey. And this is why I always encourage guys, it's okay to be a little bit selfish, because sometimes when you're selfish and you're focused on improving yourself and improving on your health and improving on your mindset, there's going to be some other people that could also benefit from it as well. So when it comes down to focusing on your main goal, let's say getting below 20% body fat, there's also going to be some supportive goals. There's going to be some result goals. So supportive goals, these are going to be, goals that's going to be helping you towards the main goal. For this, for example, if we're trying to get, underneath 20% body fat, simple things like eating better, being more active, working out more, creating healthier habits, that's all going to support you, right? So, these goals right here that are supportive upon the, the main goal, they're super beneficial to have, but also what about the result goal? This is something to just make it known like, hey, I'm doing this for a reason. I'm not just trying to get underneath 20% body fat, but I'm doing it for a specific reason. And that's going to be the results that's going to come after the fact. So simple things like more confidence, better health, having more energy, maybe more sex drive, like increased libido. There's so many different aspects that you can put here. And that's why I encourage you guys, focus on that one main goal, because when you focus on that one main goal, there's going to be other aspects to the goal that's going to come as a benefit as well. But not just these two, there's a lot more. We got offensive, we got defensive, we got others, and we got self. And this is why I want you guys to just be a little selfish and honestly just spend some time focusing. What is that one main goal? And when you can have that one main goal and write it out where it's very clear like this, it's going to make it so much easier to achieve that goal, because now you're going to see so many extra benefits, not just supportive goals that we just went over, and not just the result goals of getting underneath 20% body fat, but also offensive goals, right? Where it's just like, hey, this is stuff where maybe you have to prioritize your time. You have to make it, higher up on the pedestal, higher up on the list for you to accomplish. Maybe that's time management, spending dedicated, time to focusing on some of the supportive goals to help you achieve the main goal. Maybe it's, being more open-minded. That's something that a lot of guys struggle with, where, they try to put themselves in as, hey, it's my way or the highway. It's that fixed mindset, and it doesn't really get you closer to your goal at all. In fact, it just makes things a lot harder. But then also it's just, hey, ripping off the Band-Aid and just admitting like, no excuses. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to, say it's because of money. I'm not going to say it's because of time. I'm not going to say because of any of the, excuses that's out there. You're going to take ownership. And all of these offensive goals are going to help you once again towards creating that one main goal, but then also defensive. So these are things that is just like almost like a non-negotiable, something that also kind of helps you out towards that main goal. And these could be simple things like, buying healthier foods in the house instead of having, a bunch of junk food laying around or temptation, so to speak, like just have healthier foods there at the house. Getting your family involved too. That's something where it's like, hey, talking to your, kids, talking to your spouse, whatever the case may be, just saying, hey guys, I'm on this mission to, get underneath 20% body fat. It's a big goal of mine. I know it's going to help out everybody, because we're going to go to others here in a second, but you want to get your family involved. You want to get your friends involved too. Like, you want to have that support. Remember, the fifth step to helping you achieve your goals is having that support, having that community. So just being open with your friends, being open with your family. Let's say if your buddies, every weekend they're going out drinking, right? Just eating crap and they just don't care, right? It might be best to just have that open upfront conversation not saying it's going to be an easy conversation, but if your goal is something that you want to achieve, sometimes you just have to make it a priority, but also knowing when to just put your foot, and just put your foot down and just draw that line in the sand, so to speak. And then lastly, staying away from all the negativity. There's so much out there, right? Where it's just like, in the terms of trying to burn body fat, we like to say it's a lot of overanalysis paralysis. You see some guys in shape telling you to cut out carbs. You see some guys, that's also in shape telling you to eat carbs. You see guys talk about fasting, guys talk about keto, guys talk about this program and HIIT training and cardio. And it gets so much confusion out there, Sometimes just staying away from all the negativity and just says, okay, if I'm doing this and it's working for me, let's just stick with it. Sometimes we become our own worst enemies where we do something for a short period of time. As minute we stop seeing results or times get tough, we throw in the white towel, we quit, and we go to something else. Once again, that's going to take us away from the main goal. Now, this is probably your deep-rooted why. It is for most people, is how does your goal support others? So think about it. If let's say you're trying to get underneath 20% body fat, this is also going to be able to teach your kids healthy eating habits, how to be more active, better leadership skills for you as an adult, for you as a parent, but also inspiring others. If you're going from, let's just say 400 pounds down to 200 pounds, right? And 50% body fat underneath to 20% body fat, that's huge, right? Like that is such a great accomplishment. And it's going to be able to inspire others where if they're struggling, if they're lacking motivation, if they think hey, they can't make that change. Well, just by you focusing on yourself and focusing on you achieving your goals might be that little spark of inspiration for others out there, but also in other aspects. So you can fill in the blank with anything here. And this is almost like that deep rooted why that we like to go over when it comes to challenging guys, a little bit about their mindset. And then lastly, self, to me, right, it's awesome to have goals that's focused on yourself. Like, hey, if you're able to lose a bunch of weight, that's awesome, right? You're going to get compliments from others. If you're able to get stronger in the gym, maybe hit bigger PRs, hit bigger numbers, that's great goals to have, right? And then also maybe seeing abs. Like who doesn't want abs? Let's just be real here, right? Even though it's vanity, it's still a goal that somebody wants to achieve. But we don't want to make this goal right here the main goal. We want it to be something where it's a little bit easier to achieve this main goal, because once we're able to achieve this main goal, we can just have these self goals as kind of, as a goal to achieve, but at the same time, it's not like a deep rooted why, so to speak. It's not like a main mission. So when it comes to goal setting, I encourage you guys, whether it's weight loss, health, fitness, anything like that, whether it's business, whether it's you're working on your mindset, whether it's trying to, make more money, whatever the case may be, map it out, and once you map it out and you have it just like this, well, hey, go right back to the steps that we just went over. There's clarity, there's 100% clarity that, hey, if I'm trying to get underneath 20% body fat, there's a lot more things that's going to come with that goal. There's going to be supportive goals, result goals, offensive, defense, others, self. There's clarity. I know what I want and most importantly, why I want it. Habits, right? AKA have an action plan, right? Have something that's going to help you achieve those goals. You can't just sit there, meditate, visualize yourself underneath 20% body fat, but you sit on the couch all day. Like you got to make sure you're showing up. You got to make sure that you're putting in the work, and then also put in the repetition. Nobody's saying that this is going to be easy. Nobody's saying that this is going to happen overnight. But at the same time, you got to make sure that regardless of how you feel, regardless when times get tough, you're reminding your brain, right, your RAS, about your goals. And you're trying to move one step forward into achieving your goals. That's why we always talk about at Heartletics, hey, 1% better each and every day. And then you want to make sure that you believe those goals. You trust it. Like, for a fact, without a doubt, it's going to happen. You're going to get underneath 20% body fat. You're not going to put a timeline, say it's going to happen on this date or anything like this. You just know with reassurance and 100% that it is going to happen, because if you don't, well, how can you make a goal happen if you actually don't believe that you can achieve it for yourself? And then lastly, and this is probably like the biggest one, honestly, is have people in your corner supporting you. I can't stress that enough. Like having the right group of people that's going to support you, hold you accountable, and push you it is really going to make this just a lot more easier, especially when life throws you curveballs. We always say at Heartletics, at the end of the day, anybody can do anything when life is easy, but that's not life that we live in, right? Life's going to throw adversity, stress, curveballs. So we want to make sure that during those tough times, we have people in our corner that can hold us accountable. We have people in our corner that can help support us and lift us up, especially when we need it. So guys, little goal setting worksheet for you guys. And I encourage everybody, whether you're a member that's watching this right now, or you're somebody that's just tuning in and just watching this on YouTube, hey, spend some time, an hour or two, and just simply write out that little diagram, put in there your main goal right in the middle, and then map out all those other goals. And just look at that every single day, right? Get into your RAS, get into your mindset that, hey, at the end of the day, this is my goal. Here's why I want to achieve this goal. And then here's also how these goals can benefit in other areas of your life as well. So with that being said, hopefully you guys got some value from today's podcast episode. And as always, guys, this has been Coach Joe with Heartletics.com. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace out, Girl Scouts.